getting ready to take this prop shaft out, and pretty close. I gotta remove this anode because I'm basically gonna slide the prop shaft inside, and I'm changing the stuffing corroded, but this is what do they call that? Sacrificial piece. So you can see that's pretty heavily corroded. All kinds of crap on there, and it's a 1 inch. It's pretty light. Here in the lake, it's either magnesium or zinc, and I think it's magnesium in the Great Lakes because it's freshwater. But when you go in the ocean, you want to have a different alloy. It's zinc. So I might have it backwards, but that's basically what you do is you put this on, and then I just change it every year. It's about 20 bucks to do that. So I was able to get these clamps off and then pry the back. So that's loose now. And I'm able to get the shaft right out just like that. And replace all these clamps with new ones. Okay, so I talked to somebody about how to get this cutlass bearing out. And I sanded down the outside looking for like a key, and I don't see any indent. So I don't know if there's just too many coats of stuff on there and it's under there somewhere. I don't know, but some of them apparently have a like an Allen key, inset key that you can use to hold it in place. So I'm going to do it the hacksaw method, and I don't have a press to take it out, but I think putting it in might be easier, but we'll see. So that was pretty easy. So now I'm going to chip it out. I can't believe that it's the Equinix or whatever they call that. This is the day in March, just after St. Paddy's Day, that the days are longer than the nights, or whether they're the same. I guess it depends on where you are relative to the equator and things, but I don't have a sleeve or a key bolt. It's just pressed in there. So it looks like a brass tube. You can see here on this end, the rubber was just chewed to crap from the drive shaft. So that's called a cutlass bearing, and it's just basically part of the support here to keep the shaft from vibrating. And what it does is when it starts to go and there's a little bit of movement in the shaft, you shouldn't be able to feel any. So I've ordered a new one. I'm going to get it in about a week. And unfortunately I got a splinter. I can feel it here. Got it out. So I'm pretty happy about that. That didn't take long at all. The hacksaw trick really worked well. Material, it's actually from a drywall sander, and it's like a mesh, And I'm basically, I taped it to a screwdriver and it fits the hole perfectly. So putting in the next one's going to be a piece of cake. I got a few little gouges in there. I think that's probably for me chiseling it out, but I think putting in the next one's going to be a lot easier. Looking good. Alright, so this is going to be my cutlass bearing container. Alright, so I've had that cutlass bearing in there for 3 days. And I'm using this bag of ice. Okay, getting ready for cutlass bearing transport here. I am going to put a dab of fluid here. There we go. Let's see how this idea worked. If it worked. Full of ice. I didn't need the wrench at all. It's a snug fit, but that's in there. And now that it's warming up, it's actually going to basically expand, but I didn't even need to use this. So that worked way better than expected. I was expecting to be fighting with that thing, but all the fear I've been told about the cutlass bearings. But I sawed it in half with a hacksaw, and then I just bent the end and shoved a piece in between like a screwdriver, and I was able to bend it up. Then I just pounded it out. It took less than 3 minutes. And, you saw that there. That's less. It was longer to drive here than to do that work. So I'm really glad that went so well. I'm just going to slip the drive shaft now into it, make sure that it fits nice and snug. Sounds of the boat bird. Hello. Well, just to close on that cutlass bearing, I was totally surprised at how easy that went in. So the freezing definitely worked, and I left it in the freezer for 3 days. I brought it down in a bucket of ice, and that made a huge difference. Just pounded it in. It fit, it went in, it was like exact fit. So I'm pretty confident that as it warms up and expands a little bit, it's going to be in there pretty tight. So that's the story of the cutlass bearing.